Good morning and welcome to the Montgomery County Extension Service Gardens. I am Merrie Decker and this is the veggie area that I am in, and we are going to walk through today and I'm going to show you all the different things we're growing and the different types of beds that we have, because we have a lot of them. So this is the entrance here where we have these metal panel beds that have this beautiful trellis that goes up, and you can grow all kinds of climbing vegetables. Okay, we have cucumbers here mixed in with some nasturtiums, which I'm not sure if you knew this, but nasturtium flowers are edible. They're a little peppery, but they are edible. We are also growing here some different types of cucumbers. So on this side, we have little leaf pickling cucumbers. On this side, we have the larger cucumbers, which are called Diva. And then further down here, we have these beautiful, look at these purple pole beans. So a nice thing about a trellis is that you can grow up and make good use of the space in your garden. So this is called Purple King pole bean. We have had some trouble with nematodes in this area, so they are doing a little trial here. This bed had nematodes, and they have now these nematode radishes, and they're trying to see if that will help to prevent the nematodes in this bed. So that's what they're doing here. Over here we have another pole bean called Blue Lake Stringless, and you can see it is going up. We even have to get ladders to harvest when they get up that tall. All right. Now we're going to go over here to the area that's actually my area, which is called the concrete jungle. And I have about 10 beds. And what I'm growing here in this bed on the right, I have snow peas, which you can see the little peas here, which won't last much longer. And they also like a trellis. When it gets real hot, they'll die out. I also have nasturtiums. But here, because I also have a trellis, this is my tunnel bed, I'm growing ambrosia cantaloupe. So this is a cantaloupe plant here. You can see the little flower. Ambrosia cantaloupe does real well here. And it'll grow up and over, and then the melons will hang down.
Ah.
Whereas on the other side, I have butternut squash. So you can see these real big leaves, big yellow flower. This butternut squash will also grow up and come over. And that's what I'm growing on this side. Now, because it is almost summertime, things that like it here in the heat are, peppers. You can still plant peppers now, whether you like them sweet or whether you like them hot. This is an entire bed of peppers, and I have a big variety. As you can see, they are very healthy. They like the heat. You can grow these until it frosts in the winter. Okay. The other thing I like to grow is squash. So I have 2 beds of yellow squash. I have Slick Pick on the left, and I have Enterprise over here on the right. I have had a lot of trouble with the squash vine borer, which you might have at your house too. We have to pick off the eggs that will be on the stem. If I could find one real quick, I'll show you one. This squash vine borer moth is a red and black moth. Here's one right here. She will lay that's actually 2 eggs, but usually it's 1 single egg. And 7 to 14 days, this egg will hatch. It will bore into the stem, down into the root of the plant, and it will kill it. It will kill the plant. So my goal is to try to get enough squash before that happens. Picking off the eggs is something I do weekly. We are spraying with BT, which is an organic spray that will kill the caterpillars. And you see the silver fabric on the ground. It's called mylar. We put this mylar down, hoping that the shiny surface will keep the moth from coming around, but she is still coming around.
Oh.
Unfortunately, she is still coming around. All right, let's walk over here. One thing that we all love here is tomatoes. I have an entire bed of tomatoes. And one thing also that Master Gardeners do is that we try different plants. We do that for you. The reason why we do it is we want to know what does well here in Montgomery County. So I try new plants. The 2 I'm trying this year that are new is this one right here called Party Ball. She doesn't get very tall. She only gets about a foot tall. So it would be great for a container. If you lived in an apartment and only had a patio, it would be great for that. Whereas other tomatoes, as you can see, I have some others back here, they get really tall. They're indeterminate tomatoes. They just keep vining and growing and growing. So I have a variety. Some are small tomatoes. Some are Romas. This is a Roma here called Zinzi. It's the other new one I'm trying. It is an AAS award-winning tomato, so I want to know how it does here in Montgomery County. What else do I have? Another Texas Superstar. We have two Superstars in this bed. This one is Ruby Crush. So a Texas Superstar is a plant that A&M has tested in 5 areas over the state, and it has done really well. And so it won that award of being a superstar. The other one is Tycoon, which is down here around the corner. Tycoon is another Texas Superstar. It is a larger tomato. That would be this one. And it has also done real well everywhere in Texas. So I'm growing it as well. And then over here is cucumbers. I did have a little struggle this year with getting the cucumbers to come up. And that's because I like to direct seed my cucumbers. I don't transplant them. And we had a freeze right after I planted them in the ground. So they're coming up now, and they'll do well. So that's what I'm growing here. And then over here, I have a really good green bean. If you like green beans and you want a bush bean, this one is called Muscati. It's a culinary green bean. You can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it is ripe, ready to be cooked, and they are delicious. And that is Muscati green bean. Okay, let's go over to another area. Oh, I have eggplant. Another plant you can plant all summer long and loves the heat is eggplant. Okay, now we're going to go over to the Lone Star Garden. As you can see, this is very decorative. We have this pretty star in the middle. We have some wooden beds that are painted. It just shows you another way that you can make your beds. And if you're artistic, you can paint them. They are growing tomatoes as well. They have a different variety. This is a cherry tomato called Black Strawberry. That's really pretty.
Oh, that's pretty.
And it has done really well. So this area has a whole bed of strawberry tomatoes. We have asparagus here, which she has finished harvesting. And now she's just going to let it grow until the remainder of the season, and she'll cut it back down in the fall. In the pretty star bed, we have beans. She has a lot of pretty beans. Strawberries here in the middle, nasturtiums, flowers, kale. Just a big variety in here. There's even some lettuce down in there. We have a lot of onions. I don't know if you noticed in my area and others. Onions will be beginning to flower soon. You see this onion's flowering. And they'll be harvested before too long.
Is that how you know when to harvest them? Because they're flowering?
Well, it depends. If it's a bulb onion, you will see the bulb part of the onion coming up down here. But this looks like a multiplying onion. And multiplying onions you can grow all year long, and they do flower as well. They can be harvested whenever you want to. We all have corn over here. What type of corn is this?
In a minute when I look at that.
Okay. We have corn here. I don't know the variety. Glass Gem corn. Looks very healthy. As you can see, it is planted pretty closely to each other. We have 3 rows here. It is important to plant corn pretty close so that it can pollinate and make the ears of corn. You normally would plant corn about in April, okay? A little too late to plant corn now, but at least you can see what it looks like, and it's doing really well. Over here we have some variety of peppers. She even has some really pretty purple peppers. It's called Jigsaw. That is so pretty. It almost looks ornamental. And banana peppers and look at this artichoke. This is an artichoke about to bloom, and it is gorgeous. If you've never seen an artichoke bloom, come check it out someday. It is just beautiful. It's also used as a trap plant. It can be used to trap bugs that will be attracted to this plant that might stay away from your other ones. I see a ladybug crawling on here. I don't know where she went. She's probably found some food. Oh, there she is right there. There's a ladybug. So she might have found some insects on here and she's having her some breakfast. All right, we're going over to the last area that's over on the far side now. Okay, we're gonna cut through the tunnel beds.
And they opened up and they would look like red and white tie-dye. Oh. They were super cool. But so we're gonna be cutting on.
So I'd like to show you some different ways you can make your beds. We have these feeding troughs here. Some of them were used, if you can see that they've been painted, but here's another way you can make a raised bed very easily, just going and buying a feeding trough. And we have painted them. And then another option is to take these pavers, and we've made circle beds out of them. And there's, I think, about 5 of them. And you can grow a variety of things, and you can make your garden more decorative by, you know, the different types of things you do. This bed is actually growing mustard, and the reason they have mustard in here is also to help prevent the nematodes. Yes, we have had problems with nematodes. Anyway, it's also really pretty to see that mustard actually makes a pretty flower. I'd like to show you the square foot garden. Might be a little hard to see in a video, but square foot gardening is a great method to use when you have small space. This is actually a 4-tiered garden, and there is just one tomato in this one little square. And then, you know, you keep going over, there's onions in this square, but the tomato's taken over. And then we have marigolds and beans. So it's just kind of a way actually to grow your garden up, and actually have a good use of your space. We got petunias and marigolds and beans and more tomatoes.
It's very compact.
It is very compact.
So is the wire up there for eventual shade or for...
The wire up there is to help trellis the tomatoes.
When they get that tall?
So you can take the baling twine. She's asking about the tomatoes over here. The tomatoes, a good way to grow a vining, especially an indeterminate tomato, is to grow it up. Take the baling twine and wrap it around the tomato and tie it at the top.
Okay.
And make another good use of your space that way.
Okay.
Good question. Yeah, you're welcome. So the 2 beds over here are a trial. So we do lots of trials here. And this trial is organic versus inorganic. The bed closest to me is inorganic. So it is treated with fertilizer, or it could be insecticides that aren't organic. And on the other side, everything is organic. So the plants are identical. Exact same tomato, exact same eggplant, exact same bean, okay? And then they will weigh them, harvest them, and see which one does better, as well as insects being attacked, or, you know, whatever might happen to the plant, versus, you know, the amount of pounds of produce that they get from it. So this is a trial bed, which takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. And that's what this team is doing. And we do that for you. Okay, if you're wondering why do we have trials, we take this information and we put it out there so that you will know what does well here in Montgomery County.
So we'll check back with you then during the season to see how this is going?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. Now, if you're interested in blueberries, now I know blueberry is not a vegetable, but I would like to show you our blueberries, and they are over here.
It's a produce.
It is a produce. Oh, I can show you the pot. Are we still videoing?
Yes.
We also have pots here. If you don't have an area where you can grow vegetables in a bed, we have things in pots. I know the beautiful flowers are kind of distracting you from seeing them, but we have tomatoes in pots. Okay, so yes, you could grow a tomato in pot. It's going to take more water and more attention because the soil will dry out faster.
Okay.
And you will need to feed them about once a week when they're producing their vegetables, okay? And they all, if you notice, there are no trees out here. We're in full sun. Vegetables need full sun, okay? All right, let's go see the blueberries. These are the blueberries that are covered in this netting. And the reason they're in the netting is to keep the critters away. And as you can see over here,
Oh, look how
that
pretty.
they are picking. Look at the beautiful blueberries. Big, nice, ripe blueberries, and they are delicious.
Oh,
But
pretty.
you will find if you try to go blueberries that the critters will try to get them. Birds, mammals, whatever. Squirrels. It is important if you want to grow blueberries, you do need acidic soil, and you do need to give it rainwater at all possible or well water, not any water that's been treated. Blueberries don't like that very much. But you need to feed it acidic fertilizer if you don't have acidic soil. And I think that's about it. Do you have any questions? This is another trial bed here.
No, so look at this. And then we're busy out here today because we're also having like a little mini visitor day.
Yeah,
so.
not only is it work day, but we have visitors visiting us today.
Well, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you giving us a tour, and we encourage everyone to come out and see this in person.
Yeah, we sure do. Hope to see you soon.